welcome back to the Crazy Cactus Collector. Now I thought I would do a April tour as the sun has been shining here in the UK last week and we have been very lucky to have it so bright, but the weather has calmed a little bit now. It was pouring with rain yesterday and today the sun is shining, so fingers crossed by the end of the day it's another nice day. Now, I tried to film this last week, but as I mentioned, the sun was so bright that I couldn't see anything through the camera, so it wouldn't have been a very good quality video for you. So today, since it's early and it's not that bright yet, I thought I would start by doing the tour here in the kitchen. So if I show you these first, that's one of my air plants. And these are my Gasteria, my variegated one there, and my other succulent here, which is, I never know the name of this, so I'll show you the label if you can read that. So they have ended up here on the kitchen side due to the fact that because the sun was so bright last week, they started to get a bit of sunburn. So I thought it's best to take them out. I don't want to ruin them, I don't want to scorch them. So luckily I noticed it early enough and bought them safely here. The Easter cactus is got loads more buds and is about to get ready to bloom. So that's going to look stunning. And then here we have the Cactus. That grew loads last year, so I'm hoping it'll have another good summer this year. And they have all been out in the garden. I've been bringing them back in for the night time, obviously, because we still are getting a tiny bit of frost here and there some nights, so I'm not going to risk them out yet. But because we had the sun, I've been putting them out during the day and bringing them back in the evening, which is a little bit of a job, but it's nice to get them used to the sun slowly. So my variegated Christmas cactus is doing fantastic. About to give that a bit of water. As I can see, the leaves are starting to look like they need fattening up a bit, so that's a good sign. It needs watering. And this one here, which I ordered off eBay, which is absolutely stunning. This was labelled aloe when I bought it off eBay, and it's not, it's actually a Haworthia, which somebody kindly told me the correct name on Facebook, and now I can find it when I search for it. Before I couldn't find it, obviously because it had the wrong name. But now it's labelled correctly and it's growing really well. It's starting to root because when I ordered this, it was not a rooted piece, but it is easy to root and it has started to shoot out some roots. There's my other variegated one. There. Got a little bit of new growth, a bit more orange on top as it's growing. The spines there. You see all the cobwebs there. That's not actually spider mite webs. That is actually a little spider that's been living in the kitchen window. And I haven't removed it because it's quite handy to have him to eat the bugs off the cacti, and he does no harm other than good for my cacti. So I usually do remove most of the cobwebs, but that little spider, he can stay. So there we go. Bear paws is growing fantastic. All this is just going crazy at the moment. And there we go, that's the kitchen windowsill. And before I forget, up here, as I keep forgetting cacti, every time I do a tour, I notice that I forget to show them all. So this one has already got some new growth on the end with the beautiful sunshine, and it's growing really well. And then if I come along up here, the Rit-Rat cactus is going crazy. It's got loads of new growth. See all those bits there? So that is stunning. Now I'm going to show you the living room. It's a bit of a mess in the living room because all the cacti and succulents are kind of, I've put them all together, ready to put them in the greenhouse. So it is a little bit chaotic in the living room with cacti and succulents everywhere, but I'll take you there now so you can have a look. So this is what I mean by there are cacti and succulents everywhere. I'm so lucky and fortunate that my husband understands my crazy addiction of cacti and succulent collecting, because you know it is quite overpowering in our living room at the moment. But they will be going out within the next, probably I'm hoping in 2 weeks. Should be fine for me to put them out in the greenhouse, but I'm not going to risk it any earlier. So I have all the little black pots in these 3 trays. Come here, sunshine's starting to get a bit bright again now. There we go, that's better. And these are the ones all have had their top dressing, as I showed in a previous video. Now this has actually lost its leaves, and I'm not sure, I mean it's healthy otherwise. I did read somewhere that they do drop their leaves for winter sometimes, and they will grow back, but then I've also heard that they may not. So I guess it's just a waiting game. If anybody knows anything about these, I would appreciate if you could put in the comments whether this is likely to grow back its leaves or not, because I'm really unsure. But I've been putting it out in the sun as usual with the rest, and I'm going to give it a go because there's no harm in giving it a try. There's the other one there. That's really healthy, my little one. So that is the name for it. See if I can show you there. Madagascan palm. And obviously that was my large one. I don't know why the little one's leaves are all healthy on that one and they all fell off on the large one, but we will see. Anyway, here's my large one. I keep forgetting to put this in my tours. So this was my large one that my auntie gave me back in the summer. And because it was overwintering in the corner of the living room, I keep forgetting to show it in my tours. So there it is, doing really well. Now we have all of these. So these are the succulents, 3 here. We have one of my new cacti down there, which is growing, as you can see there. So everything is doing really well in the sun. Just hoping you can see this clear enough on the camera. The sun is starting to shine brightly again. I'm hoping it'll be another nice day, but the last few days we've actually had, it's literally, I think the last 2-3 days it's been sun, rain, sun, rain. It's just been, you know, every hour it's sort of changing. You think, oh, the sun's out, and then it will just pour like crazy. So these are all looking good. Thanksgiving cactus all there, and those all there. And I'm going to bring this one down because it's just too bright to shine the camera up there. Here is my variegated string of hearts, which is super, super long, all the way down there. So then if we come across here, we have all these eagerly waiting to go in the greenhouse. And again, most have been put in terracotta pots that weren't from last year. So that has been my main thing that I have been doing, preparing them to go in the greenhouse, is changing their pots, putting the top dressing on, and checking for mealybugs and any other bugs while I'm at it, which has been a great opportunity to check them all thoroughly. And I have found a couple with mealybugs. And I have had a few losses this winter, probably about 7. I mean, a couple that I did lose were actually damaged when I had them. They had signs of red spider mite, and a couple actually got mealybugs, but I think they must have been root mealies because there was no saving them. And then I lost a couple, at least 3 to rot. So, although it's really gutting, it's actually teaching me what to do better next year. And, you know, sometimes it is just one of those things that you lose them. It's not anything you've actually done. It's just sadly, sometimes they just aren't going to make it. So, oh, I don't know if I've shown these two actually. These were from B&M here in the UK. They were only £4.99 each, which the pots are really large. I actually do have some of these little pots from Homebase from last year. And quite a few people thought they were the small size, but they're actually larger pots and larger cacti. So they were really good buy at $4.99 each. So that's all those there. And then if I come down here, we have got these two large ones in the corner. They've been out in the sunshine. Now this one always makes me laugh because it always looks actually quite dead. I bought it 2 years ago from a car boot in Bournemouth, and I was really excited because it was one of my first large cacti. And you know, it did come to a point when I first got it, I thought, actually, is it dead? But you can actually see all the green, healthy growth in there. So it really is a stunning cactus, even if it does look a little dead from the outside. It's not, it's just protecting itself well inside, all the spines and the hair. So then we come down here. These two have done really well this winter. And this one's got some little pods on there. So I'll be getting the seeds out of those. My golden barrel is looking absolutely stunning. Love this so much. And we have two up here. And my Ripsalis, which I got on holiday in August. So that needs a bit more sunshine because I don't want it going thin on the ends. So that has been going outside as well. And I left it out in the rain for a bit yesterday, so it could have some nice rainwater on it as well. So I'm going to now take you upstairs to show you what's up there. Okay, so this is the landing window. Not a lot up here. We have this one. And we have a jade. And another kind of jade. Remember, this was the one that got mealybugs and all the leaves fell off when I sprayed it. The mealybugs did go. I don't know if I can give you a better look. Actually, there we go. It's better. And it actually grew all its leaves back. So I was really pleased because I was absolutely gutted when all the leaves fell off. So that is growing stunning. And then we have this one here. Getting some nice colour from the sun, this one. And then if I bring you across to here, we have this one I actually got from Wilkinson's, and it's having loads of new growth. So that's a new pad that's grown. That's new one, new bits there and there. It's going crazy actually. It's just covered in new growth. So it obviously likes it there. Another jade, really big jade actually, and that's doing really well. And then we have this one here, and then we have another jade here, and they all seem to be growing really well. And then we have an aloe there, and that's them. Now I'll take you to my bedroom window, which is the final window sill. So there's not actually that many in the bedroom window, but I'll show you what there is. So we have this one here, which is due another watering. So it will eventually stand up straight. It had its first watering probably about 3 weeks ago. And during the winter, it all shriveled up and it was sort of all drooping down to here. And it all stretched back out. It looks stunning after its first water. So it just needs another one. And then that last bit will probably stand up. We have this one here. And this one here, little Opuntia. And then we have this one, which was one of my first cactus that I got. I bought it on holiday thinking it looked really nice red, and then realised that it had been sprayed, which I think that's a mistake quite a few people make when they first see Cacti and Succulents. People think the flowers are real that are glued on, and if they're sort of this red, they think, oh, that's an unusual red cactus, and then it's not till later you think, oh, it's been sprayed. But I'm really pleased because it's growing out now into its normal state that it should be, and is looking beautiful. And then we have this one here, and some more of this one that I potted up. And I've actually just got a spike in me there. I don't know if you can see, actually there it is. There. So I'll have to take that out in a minute. I seem to have got loads of spikes in me lately actually. I keep lifting them around, repotting, and then before I know it, by the end of the day I'm thinking, what's in my arm? And then it's like a cactus spine in there. but I'm sure we all do that. Half the time you can't even feel them until you brush past with clothing or something later and you're like, ouch. So I will get that out in a minute. So there we go, all doing well, as you can see. So I hope you enjoyed this April tour. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you really liked this video, please give it a like. Thank you so much to everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.